Inside was a community art project that celebrated our coastal town's connection to the sea.
We made art packs for people of all ages to create a sea-inspired fabric collage of their own. These were then gathered together and hand-sewn into a large sail that went on display last summer in the Cromarty Courthouse Museum.
Last year, our museum was pleased to work in partnership with the Sea Inside team of young artists.
This video is narrated by our fellow creative collaborators and sea lovers.
I was extremely pleased and proud to be asked to contribute to the project The Sea Inside. Having been a keen yachtsman since I joined the Royal Navy as a 17-year-old in 1960 and the founding member of the Cromarty Boat Club in 1996, I think I have sea fever.
Living beside the sea is like living beside a giant. Very big and right now very gentle giant.
I really enjoyed making a Cromarty themed collage. It was great to be able to contribute from down south here, especially as it wasn't possible for me to visit Cromarty this past year.
Amelie, what do you like about living by the sea?
I like to make rock pools.
We learnt about the creatures that share our coastal home and the habitats they live in.
There are kelp beds out by the Mermaid's Rock.
In amongst my dreams, water thick, with seaweed froth over me.
This underwater jungle provides home for many creatures such as crabs, limpets and young fish, which in turn provide food for other marine animals such as seals, otters and dolphins.
I guess part of the reasons I love doing what we do is we never quite know when we leave the harbour each day what we'll see. And this year was an amazing year for basking sharks. They're usually much more common on the warmer west coast, and some years we don't see a single one in a season. But this year we were incredibly fortunate to have numerous encounters. One particular day I remember in early September, we set off to see if we could find one in the area we've been spotting them in. It was really calm and grey, just ideal spotting conditions. And we quite quickly came across 2 filter feeding, but then just kept coming across more and more and more, and I think in total we encountered 10 on that one trip. They're so peaceful to watch. They're the second largest shark in the world, and the big ones can be nearly the length of our boat. But I absolutely love these gentle giants, and it's always such a privilege to spend time with them.
Cromarty Rising is a campaigning group of local residents who successfully prevented the ship-to-ship transfers of crude oil just off Cromarty shores, where the most northerly bottlenose dolphins in Europe feed and rear their young. The combined effort was enough to force a change of plans and meant that the proposals were dropped. So our dolphins and other marine life should now stay safer than if this had gone ahead.
We learnt not only of the marine creatures that share our firth, but about those out in the waters far beyond.
I have a love-hate relationship with great white sharks. I think they're the stuff of nightmares, and there's nothing more terrifying that I can imagine than being attacked by one. They're so wild that they can't be kept in captivity. There's only a couple of first-hand accounts by old fishermen who say that they came across like 2 great white sharks lying kind of in the water belly to belly, just rotating slowly, and they think that's them, how they mate. There's just so much they don't know about them because you can't get close to them, and that's pretty amazing.
I think there's a deep connection we have to the sea.
Here, water is the landscape, the horizon.
It's where souls meet sand, and where seals meet seagulls, and where swimmers meet storms.
As I scrunched and scuttered my uneven way over the stones and shells, I could only think about the weight of water that would be above me in only a few hours, and when I'd be able to swim again.
I like that when I swim, I feel very small and very warm and very pink.
And all I see are bubble hats and a float to steer me by, and loud whoops and big splashes and mermaids coursing.
I am held in the undulating waves. The horizon expands, shifts, tilts, and the town hovers above.
Pea-green depth meets the breath of grey storm clouds.
The Sea Inside tapped into both individuals' creativity, but also the need to feel you were part of something bigger. In fact, very much a case of the whole is greater than the sum of the parts.
I must go down to the seas again,
the lonely sea in
the sky. All I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by.
Thanks to everyone who so generously shared your creative skills, your stories, and those who helped us to understand both the coastal history of Cromarty and the lives of so many amazing marine creatures.